Hello everyone, welcome to my update US gossip channel. Kody Brown talks about fooling around with his 23-year-old daughter's boyfriend. In a recent episode of Sister Wives, Kody Brown spoke about his strong premarital physical affection. Brown has frequently demonstrated that he has rocky relationships with his adult children. He recently added, however, that he wants to work on this. In the same episode, viewers saw that Kody's daughter, Aurora, invited her boyfriend, Brody Utley, to their new mansion. Brody was there to help the family decorate the world's most miniature Christmas tree. Kody told the audience that Utley is a rancher. He added that he could trust his daughter with a cowboy, despite the cliché about cowboys. While he tried to be welcoming toward Brody, he made things a little awkward by continuously talking about protecting his daughter. What else did he say? Find out by reading on. Sister Wives, Kody made kids earn his love. In a recent Q&A session on Patreon with her mother, Christine, and stepdad, David, Sister Wives star Kody spoke about the changes her brothers and sisters have experienced over the past few years. Kody went on to say that her father required his adult children to earn his love. She further said, "I think it was just, like, he just loved us, as kids." Kody admitted that, as they all got older, they realized his love for his kids had become more conditional. "The older we got, it was conditional up to how much we respect him and were willing to fork over what we want, for him," she added. According to the mother of three, Kody wanted his children to perform for him. She explained that Brown wished all his kids would listen to him and do everything his way. Additionally, Kody revealed that Kody had to earn the right to purchase a Claddagh ring from him. Kody would give his daughters a Claddagh ring when they become teenagers. Sister Wives, Kody tells Aurora's boyfriend that he needs to protect his daughter from himself. On a recent episode of Sister Wives, Aurora, Kody's daughter, invited Brody Utley, her boyfriend, over. Brown said he would trust his daughter with the cowboy. Even though he said that he trusted the boyfriend of his 23-year-old daughter, he told Brody a few things. He made it clear that Brody needed to understand the importance of protecting Aurora. Brody also told Kody and Robyn that he had given their daughter a pocketknife for protection. Brown replied, "That's an interesting concept." He added that when Brody takes Aurora out and Kody isn't there to protect her, it is Utley's duty to do so. Furthermore, the casual meeting between dad and the daughter's boyfriend became a little intense. Kody mentioned that Brody ought to believe that it is his responsibility as a rancher to safeguard Aurora from himself. "Definitely," Brody nodded. To lighten the mood, Utley joked that his girlfriend does not use the knife on him. Brown then suggested that they talk about other kinds of protection. He said, "It's impossible to be involved with each other in a nature that's romantic without the potential of hurt." He also said that one should only take the risk if they are willing to. Kody told viewers that he would have made these points clear to any young man who dated his daughter. Brown further mentioned that when two people are dating, they are just kissing someone else's husband or wife until they become yours. He added, "Don't take something away from them that doesn't belong to you." Kody claimed that he loved Robyn so much that he did not touch her until they got married, and that he wants his children to follow suit. But Aurora said that her boyfriend might not agree with what they had talked about. Fans might recall how Kody talked to Kody's boyfriend 10 years ago about how holding hands can be dangerous. Sister Wives fans and the Brown family in stunned silence. Kody Brown once again managed to turn what could have been a sweet family interaction into something uncomfortable, controversial, and deeply revealing about how he sees love, protection, and morality within his fractured household. During a recent Sister Wives episode, viewers witnessed Kody sitting down with his 23-year-old daughter, Aurora, and her boyfriend, Brody Utley, a young cowboy rancher whose charm and calm demeanor were in stark contrast to Kody's overbearing, sometimes combative energy. What started as a harmless visit to decorate the smallest Christmas tree in the world turned into one of the most talked about exchanges in Sister Wives history, with Kody talking openly about physical affection, romantic risks, and even protecting Aurora from himself. To fans who have watched Kody for over a decade, this wasn't entirely surprising, but it was still jarring. Kody has long been known for his complex, sometimes self-contradictory attitudes about love and family. Once the proud polygamist patriarch who led his 4 wives through shared faith and family chaos, he now stands as a man whose spiritual authority and emotional credibility have been questioned repeatedly, not only by viewers but by his own adult children. And in this episode, all of those complicated emotions spilled over into one awkward, yet strangely revealing, conversation. The scene that shocked fans. Aurora, Robyn's eldest daughter, invited her boyfriend Brody over to help the family decorate for Christmas. It should have been a cozy, feel-good family moment, holiday lights, cocoa, laughter, and a father meeting the young man dating his daughter. But Sister Wives has rarely done normal family moments without some sort of emotional implosion, and this time was no exception. As soon as Brody entered the scene, viewers noticed Kody's body language shift. His smile was tight, his shoulders tense, and his protective energy was practically vibrating off the screen. In his confessional, Kody admitted that he trusted Aurora with a cowboy, even joking that it sounded like a cliché. But within seconds, the humor faded, replaced by his usual mix of paranoia and pride. "I want to make sure she's protected," he said gravely, before launching into a speech that made Brody's calm cowboy exterior flicker with confusion. He told Brody that while he appreciated his intentions toward Aurora, he wanted him to understand something fundamental about love and risk. "When you take my daughter out," Kody said, locking eyes with the young man, "you're not just protecting her from the world. You're protecting her from me." The room went silent. Even Robyn, usually the buffer in these awkward family exchanges, appeared startled. Brody gave a nervous chuckle and nodded politely, unsure if Kody was joking. But Kody wasn't smiling. His tone was serious, almost sermon-like, as if he were trying to teach the young rancher a moral lesson disguised as paternal advice. To break the tension, Brody playfully mentioned that he had given Aurora a pocketknife for protection. He said it lightly, but Kody didn't let it go. "That's an interesting concept," he replied, his voice tight with forced amusement. The moment felt almost symbolic. Brody's gift represented independence and equality in the relationship, while Kody's response revealed his need for control, his belief that as a father, his authority still loomed over his grown daughter's love life. Protect her from yourself, what did Kody mean? The comment about protecting her from himself sent Sister Wives fans into a frenzy online. Reddit threads, Facebook groups, and TikTok comment sections lit up as viewers tried to decode what Kody meant. Some believed he was trying to say that men should respect women and not take advantage of them physically before marriage. Others thought it was yet another example of Kody's obsession with control, disguised as moral teaching. On Reddit, one fan wrote, "Kody makes everything about himself. Even when he's talking to his daughter's boyfriend, he's still the main character." Another chimed in, "It's weird how he's always talking about purity and protection, but somehow he makes it sound creepy instead of caring." And indeed, that's the contradiction Kody can't seem to escape. He's always walking the fine line between fatherly concern and overbearing intrusion. When he warned Brody about fooling around or engaging in any kind of romantic intimacy before marriage, it wasn't just about morality, it was about control. Kody has long preached the virtues of abstinence and emotional discipline, often bragging that he didn't touch Robyn before they got married. In his eyes, that restraint was proof of true love and spiritual strength. But what Kody fails to understand, or refuses to admit, is that his children are growing up in a different world. Aurora is an adult now, and her idea of love, partnership, and affection may not mirror her father's outdated values. His attempt to lecture Brody about not taking something that doesn't belong to him felt less like a father's advice and more like a man desperate to hold on to a moral authority that his family stopped recognizing years ago. Kody's complex relationship with his children. This awkward conversation didn't exist in a vacuum. It's the latest example of a deep and growing rift between Kody and his kids. In a recent Patreon Q&A session, his daughter Mykelti spoke candidly about how her father's love had changed over the years. "He just loved us as kids," she said. "But as we got older, his love became conditional, based on how much we respected him and followed what he wanted." Those words hit hard because they captured exactly what so many Sister Wives viewers have seen play out on screen. Kody's version of love seems to depend on obedience. He often equates disagreement with disrespect, and independence with betrayal. When his kids question him or live differently than he expects, he retreats emotionally, cutting them off until they come around. This pattern has been particularly visible with Janelle and Christine's children, many of whom have expressed frustration over how their father handled the COVID restrictions and the emotional fallout of his split from their mothers. Several of them have spoken publicly about how Kody made them earn his approval or affection, something no child should ever feel they have to do. So when Kody sat across from Brody, trying to define the rules of love and protection, it wasn't just about Aurora. It was about Kody trying to rewrite his narrative as a father, a man who lost the respect of his older kids and is now trying to cling to his role as a moral guide, even if his approach makes everyone around him uncomfortable. Brody's gentle demeanor versus Kody's defensive energy. What made the scene even more striking was the stark contrast between Brody and Kody. Brody, a soft-spoken rancher, came across as kind, confident, and good-natured. He didn't challenge Kody, didn't mock him, and didn't roll his eyes, even when the conversation got awkward. He simply listened, nodded, and tried to stay respectful. Meanwhile, Kody's energy was defensive, almost competitive, as if he needed to assert dominance in a subtle battle for Aurora's loyalty. His words may have been framed as protective advice, but his tone hinted at something deeper: insecurity.